Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, guys. I wanted to show you this. This is what I'm gonna have. I filmed an entire Instagram thing. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. Okay, so and then we're gonna chit chat about Cameroon and this and that. So many things, going on. I bought it yesterday and I ate one of them, and this is the next one. Look at this. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? It's actually mango. It says mango pancakes, but it's basically mango at the bottom. It's really soft. Okay, so I'm gonna take a bite, and then you guys will see the inside. Mm. Mm. So good. Anyway, so I got this from Mango. I mean, I ordered it from Uber Eat. Never been to the place. They just delivered it here yesterday. So good. Seriously. I figure I haven't had food all day long. So this is gonna be my first meal. It's already almost 3 p.m. and I'm stepping out. And I'm gonna talk to you guys about many things happening in Cameroon when it comes to businesses. And then a couple of people asked me questions when it comes to, because they also want to invest in Africa, and they were asking me who do I bank with and how do I transfer funds here and there, which I thought it was a really good questions. There are some questions that I never feel the urgency, or like, even though it's important, sometimes you have to figure it out on your own, because there are certain questions that are a little bit private, and I don't feel like it's fair for me to kind of give you my information and tell you this is what I do, blah 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 blah. But anyway, we're gonna go over it, and then some good news too about my school. Okay, so let me continue eating, and then I'll talk to you guys when I'm in the car. Mm. So good. Let me talk about this first. So the first good news that I thought somebody actually asked me the question, because the person was like, "Oh, you haven't mentioned anything about your school, the class 6 and CM2, because they do the exams, and then if they pass that exam, they have to go to secondary school." And somebody was like, "You haven't said anything about that in your primary school." And then I was like, "I did," but then I remember I did do that on Instagram, not on YouTube. So my bad, guys. So as usual, we got 100% in the first school living certificate exam, and then we had 94%, almost 95%. Only had one child who did not make it, who failed, which we saw it coming from a mile away. Okay, we saw it coming. I saw it coming. We all predicted that with the teachers and the head teacher and myself, and we had meetings with the parents. He's the only one who failed in the CM2. Yeah, everybody passed. Everybody passed, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like, I'm used to 100%. For the last 3 years, we've been having 100% in both Anglophone and Francophone classes. So this is, it's not bad. Okay, we only have one person who failed. It's not bad among like many of them. So I was just happy. I was happy because my babies, they did amazing, and then now they're going to secondary school, which means that I'm not gonna see them. Many of them, usually what happens is that they will come by the school and then they will say hi to us, blah blah blah. So that was the good news that happened, and I'm just a proud big mama. You see what I mean? I feel like I have many children, and every time they see me, they're like, "Madam, how you doing? Madam, I graduated. Madam, I was the best in my class. Madam, this and that." And I'm really proud because we really have good teachers. If there is something that I would give, a tap on the shoulder to myself, it would be the fact that we have really great teachers. Like, my sister and I spend so much time in the hiring process, the selection process, and making sure that we're getting the right people. So yeah, that's that. The next good news that happened in Cameroon is that my niece, I always talk to you about my nephew's son. Now, this is my niece's daughter, if I can put, because that's his older sister. She's about to graduate. Guys, she's about to graduate with her bachelor degree in, guess what? In accounting. Oh my God. I feel like she was influenced by somebody. I don't know. She was influenced by somebody to do accounting. I'm just happy, right? I'm happy. She really had quite a bit of hard time, and today was the day that she was actually, I mean, I'm so proud of her. I'll probably show you pictures. Don't know if I will or not, but she goes to school up north, her university, and I think that's why many of you don't see her on my channel when I'm in Cameroon, because she doesn't go to school in Douala. She's actually in up north. Okay, so I'm just happy that she's almost this close, and then her grades were amazing. Okay, she was among the best. The last couple of weeks, I wasn't sleeping right, guys. You just didn't know. I wasn't sleeping right because I was helping her figure out, her last papers, and because she had to present it and then she had to defend it and then blah blah blah. It was a whole thing. So that was like, oh my god. I don't know. I'm a proud mommy. Okay. I'm a proud big auntie or whatever you want to call it. So, that being said, let me head to the store. I have to grab something real quick. Then we're going to go chit chat somewhere. And then I will tell you more about certain things about my business and questions that people ask me in regards to that. Hey guys, so basically, I was on the phone with my brother. By the way, there's so much noise. Hopefully, you guys can hear me out clearly. So, let me answer some questions that you guys asked me. I actually finished, I ordered a chai tea latte and then I finished it already. Anyway, I want to go eat someplace, but I feel like it's not going to be now. I just wanted to chill, walk around. I did a Q&A on Instagram. I was like, I'm going to film a Q&A and I want you guys to ask me questions. Somebody asked me, have I gone through the process of adoption? Because I told you guys that I was going to be adopting. The way Cameroon law is, which I didn't know, and then I found out a couple weeks ago, or maybe like a month ago, when I was researching about that. As a single person, right, whether you're a single man or a single woman, you have to be at least 40. You have to be at least 40 years old as a single person in order to adopt any child in Cameroon. That's the law. And I'm not 40 yet. It's coming up, but I'm not 40 yet. So I feel like I'm gonna do it at some point. I really thought by like early next year I'll be doing it. Nah, I can do it. Okay. So for people who were asking, have I gone through the process of officially adopting my nephew? No, but eventually it's gonna happen. This is from Nazira. Nazira girl, how you doing? What is the most important lesson you have learned in your journey so far? I'm guessing maybe my journey as what? As somebody who is living the bicontinental life or investing in Cameroon and living currently, I'm here in the US. Um, I've learned that patience is everything, right? You have to have patience, otherwise, because there are things that you want to see happen, but it's not going to be happening anytime soon. You need to give it time. You need to have, to give yourself grace to a certain extent. And I think I've learned over the years that everything will eventually work out for you, right? It's just a matter of timing and also allowing yourself some grace. Like, not everything is going to be built in one day, okay? You guys know with my apartment complex in Cameroon, it's been 2 years. 2 years that I built it, 2 years that I was, I mean, the project was not shut down. I don't want to say shut down, but interrupted. It's been 2 years that I've been waiting because everything is not moving, right? Like the procedure, the fight with the land and everything. So it's been 2 years. So I'm just hoping that by 2026, things are going to look different. And then eventually, I'm going to be continuing construction and I'll be glad to share that with you. But if I do start construction, I don't think I will be sharing. I don't know. I feel like I would probably build and then I will share. I don't know. Whether I'm there or not, I'm going to be continuing construction. So, anyway, so the most important thing that I've learned in my journey becoming the woman that I want to become is just patience and also trusting in God. Like, you know what I'm guys, trusting that everything is going to work out for you, whether you trust in God, whether you trust in yourself, trust in something that is bigger than you, then I think that's really important because there are so many things that I wanted to achieve in my life. And once upon a time, it was a dream, right? It was a dream. I didn't think I was going to make it happen. And to see where I came from and where I am now is amazing. Like every time I'm like, I need to pinch myself, right? Because it's unbelievable how you can believe so much in yourself when everybody around you is telling you it's not going to work and eventually things work out for you. Okay, so this question, somebody asked me this question. I screenshotted it today. Okay. It's a YouTube comment. I'm going to post it somewhere on the screen. I've been binge watching your videos and I really appreciate the things you do. I'm interested in also investing back home and I need your help in one thing if you don't mind. What kind of bank do you use or how do you manage your funds in Cameroon while in the US? That's a good question. As much as I want to tell you the bank who I bank with in Cameroon, I think there are many options, right? There are many options. You guys can use BSEC, you can use Afriland, First Bank. Now, the other question that I wanted to, that's why I say there are some questions where I don't want to tell you guys exactly what I do, who I bank with, like the paperwork. I'm not going to give you that information, but I can tell you go to Cameroon, find out, the different options, and then do your own research because maybe my option is not the best for you, right? The next question is how do you manage your funds in Cameroon while in the US? So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't know, it's kind of tricky, right? Because the money that I have in the US is in my bank accounts in the US, right? And the money that I make in Cameroon is also in my bank account in Cameroon. And when I go to Cameroon, I don't need to bring cash with me. But of course, I always bring cash, but I don't necessarily need to bring cash with me because I have money there. And you guys already know by now, I'm living bicontinentally, right? Like here in the US, I have a car, I have a home, I have my things, I have a contract, And then in Cameroon, I have my businesses, I have my home, I have my dogs. I have a full life in Cameroon. So to a certain extent, um, how do I manage my funds? The other question that comes back every single time, guys, hopefully you can hear me because so much noise. Me being in Cameroon, and how, I'm managing my businesses in Cameroon and am I going back to Cameroon and all of these things. And I feel like I'm always answering the question all the time. So in this season of my life, the whole summer, right, 2025, this whole summer, my priority is going to be in the US. So for the people who are asking if I'm going to be in Cameroon anytime soon, the answer is no, because for this entire summer, all the way to like August, my priority is going to be here in the US. And then from September, I can make that decision when the time comes, right? So when it comes to that, that's that. What else was I even going to say? Yeah, I don't know when I'll be back. Okay. Now the back to school is happening in September, and it's either I'm there because I like to be there, during the back to school. You guys know there's a lot of shenanigans when school is starting and with prepping and blah blah blah. Like it's a lot going on. So if I cannot make it in Cameroon, then my sister is gonna make it. Okay. It's either I make it or she makes it, right? Last year it was me. I was there. You guys saw me. I was in Cameroon for all this. I mean, like for 9 months, right? The year before, my sister was there. My sister was in Cameroon because I was in the US, right? So yeah, it depends on, but it's I anyway. You guys understand what I mean. So what else? Somebody asked me the women. A lot of people always like to know my stitches. Am I dating? The money? Do I have a sugar daddy or something? I always find it to be funny, and sometimes people ask me if I'm a lesbian, like because they don't see any men in my vlogs. Guys, you have to chill, okay? You have to chill. It's not everything that we put out there, okay? So if we choose to not share certain information, it's because we just don't want to and we don't feel like it, right? So let me answer this question. Somebody said, "Did you get your capital to start your first business from a corporate job?" The answer is yes. Yes, like where was I gonna get the money, right? Where was I gonna get the money? So okay, I started working 2012, right? Graduated 2011, started working 2012. So from 2012 all the way to 2016, because 2016 is when I actually started investing into my first business. But before 2012, guys, I was already working, right? When I was in university, I was working. I think that's the culture here is that you work. Doesn't matter where, I mean, you work, right? You have to pay your bills, you work. So I was working before that. And then when I graduated, because you work in the evening or afternoon, and then you take classes in the morning and afternoon and whatever. But eventually, when I graduated, I moved from Minnesota, from the state of Minnesota to Texas, and I was living in Austin. So I started working there, and then 2 years later, I moved to Houston, right? So eventually, you guys already know the story of how I got started with that business. If you don't know, let me know if you want to know because I have a full video here on my channel where I talked about it. The video is probably like 5 years old or something like that. So basically, I use the money for my corporate job in order to fund my first business. And then I used the profits of the money that I was making on that business in order to continue funding my second business, right? And also I was still working in corporate America. So my school and my brother boutique, those two businesses, I did them when I was still working in corporate America. I was doing the back and forth, but it wasn't like today. Because today I can go in Cameroon, I can be in Cameroon for 1 year, I can be in Cameroon for 6 months, for 9 months, right? Um, but back then it was like I'll go to Cameroon for like 2 weeks, 1 month max, 1 month max. I will go to Cameroon for a couple of weeks and then I'll come back in the US and then I will work. Because you gotta work. How are you gonna fund your business, right? So I did that for a couple of years, and then in 2020 is when I took the leap of faith of saying, you know what, girl, just do it. Okay. Technically, it was gonna be 2019, but then I felt like I wasn't ready. And then 2020, I felt like, okay, now it's time for me to go to Cameroon. So yeah, that's what I did. I did not take any loan, and up to today, I don't have loans when it comes to everything that I have invested in. I did not take any loan. Okay, nobody's gonna show up and be like, "Girl, give us our money back." No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, so this is gonna be it. I wanted to make this video kind of short and also part of today's vlog. I'm gonna go to the restaurant. I haven't chosen which one I want to go to, and that's why I didn't want to eat pastry. And plus, I had that little mango pancake this morning, mango coconut pancake this morning, which was really good. So I'm just gonna have to find a restaurant. Probably gonna take you guys there, and then that'll be the end of the vlog. So thank you guys for watching. If you have more questions when it comes to investing in Africa and everything, oh, I'm still doing consultation. If you guys don't know, okay, I'm doing a consultation. I'm gonna put a link down below if you guys want to book a consultation with me. And I always make sure to give you the best information. I have a couple of people who reach out to me. When are we? June and July. Okay, June and July. A couple of people actually book a consultations, and then I'm working with one of the person because the person is ready to actually work on the business. So I'm working with that person, and then my brother is going to be the one. I mean, he's already working on the plan, so they want to build a house, right? So he's working on that already with that client. So if you guys have questions or if you guys want to invest and you want the detailed answer, not the YouTube crafted answer, then book a consultation and I'll be glad to see where you at, what do you want to do, how much you have, and the resources. Do you have people who you want them to manage your business in Cameroon, or do you want my company, my consulting firm, to actually handle it? So I can assist you when it comes to that. On that note, guys, let me go find the restaurant. I'm gonna eat. And today is such a beautiful day, by the way. Such a beautiful day. So I gotta go.